Let's talk about a scenario that would completely destroy the human ego. Human beings spend so much time fighting over money, politics, borders, status, and power because deep down, we all, for some reason, believe the same thing, that we are the smartest and strongest thing in existence. We act like we run this planet because, as far as we know, we do. But what happens if one day we find out that we're not even close? What happens to human psychology, our systems, our daily lives, if something or someone shows up that makes human intelligence look primitive? To really understand how badly this would shake society, you have to look at how humans treat other creatures and other life forms on Earth that are slightly less intelligent than us. Think about ants. We don't hate ants. We don't wake up angry at them. But if we decide to build a highway, a shopping center, or an Amazon warehouse where their colony sits, we don't stop and negotiate with them. We don't offer them a relocation plan, and we don't ask their permission. We just pave right over them because their existence, to us, doesn't matter enough to change our plans. Now imagine humanity becoming the ants. And something, either here on planet Earth or out there in the stars, shows up. And not just something, but something smarter and much stronger than the human life form. The second that happens, our laws, governments, weapons, and entire social structure instantly lose value. We wouldn't want to believe that, of course, because we're stupid human beings. But once the realization sets in, society would be mentally, well, just say, crushed. Not because of some Hollywood alien invasion, but because humanity would suddenly see that our entire civilization only exists because something bigger hasn't stepped in yet, and because so many are ego-driven. That realization would completely destroy the status systems that humans spend their lives chasing. Things like the corporate ladder, fancy titles, luxury cars, and looking successful to strangers. All of that only matters inside a system where humans believe they're at the top. And the second, something greater enters the picture, all of our internal human status games become meaningless. A billionaire CEO and a guy working minimum wage suddenly stand on the exact same level, because none of their money, influence, or power means anything anymore. And forget the fact that, yeah, we could in fact be invaded by aliens. Lives could be lost, maybe they'll give us anal probes. But I think that the biggest fear would be that a much stronger and smarter alien presence could create a level of identity crisis humanity has never experienced before. People would look in the mirror and realize, oh shit, I've been spending my life trading time for things that don't actually matter on a larger scale. What am I gonna do now? The first reaction probably wouldn't be unity. It probably wouldn't be a collaboration. It would more than likely be panic. Because human beings are addicted to predictability. We love feeling safe. We love routines. We love believing we're in control. So if something shattered that comfort overnight, society would split almost immediately, even more than we are now. Some people would probably instantly submit to it. They would look for protection, guidance, and structure, a new authority figure, something to tell them what to do and how to feel safe again, because a lot of people would rather feel protected than free. Where on the other side, they would probably react differently. They would panic and fight back. Even if they knew it was hopeless, they would still try building bigger weapons, stronger systems, and higher walls just out of fear. Because us human beings don't handle powerlessness very well. And honestly, I don't even know if the bigger danger would be the alien life form itself. The bigger danger is probably us. Because human beings, as I said before, are stupid and we are incredibly territorial. We always want to be on top, we always want control. And I think even if this stronger life form showed up peacefully, even if they never fired a weapon, even if they never threatened us, there would still be people demanding that we destroy them. Not because they were dangerous, but because their existence would be dangerous to our ego. Because the second something smarter and stronger than us shows up, we stop being the main character. And I don't think humanity is emotionally prepared for that. Think about it for a second. We struggle with other countries being more successful than us, with people having different beliefs than us, and we struggle with someone getting a promotion we wanted. Now imagine trying to process a life form that completely changes our understanding of intelligence, power, and our place in the universe. I think a lot of people would spend less time trying to understand them and more time trying to figure out how to beat them, how to control them, and how to destroy them, even if doing so made absolutely no sense, because ego has this crazy way of turning fear into aggression. And if we're being honest, human history is full of examples where we attacked things we didn't fully understand. So there is a very real possibility that humanity creates the conflict itself. Not because we were attacked, not because we were threatened, but because our pride couldn't handle no longer being at the top of the food chain. And that's a scary thought, because it means the thing most likely to destroy us might not be the alien life form at all. It might be our inability to let go of our own importance. Humanity would be forced to face a brutal truth. Most of what we call strength only matters inside our current environment. Take humans out of the top position, and suddenly our entire definition of power changes. And at that point, we would have two choices: grow up or collapse under the weight of our own ego. Because surviving something like an alien arrival would require us to stop measuring value by money, status, control, and all the other pointless criteria that our system has set up. We would have to become mentally stronger, more disciplined, and more self-aware. Not because it sounds inspirational, but because reality would finally force us to. And honestly, it might be the first thing in human history powerful enough to make people stop acting like children fighting over toys in a sandbox. If a clearly superior life form showed up tomorrow, do you think humanity would come together or completely fall apart? Be sure to comment your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And remember, lock in and enjoy your life.